we are live. Hey, everybody. It is Sunday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Mass Effect. Rogue One review finished. Next review ain't coming out tomorrow. And joining me this evening, we've got a game show reviewer.
Oh, come on, Lewis. What do you mean it's not going to come out tomorrow? What do you actually have going? By the way, Zen, you're demoted.
Oh.
And we've got Zenith here, who has been demoted.
All right, I'm back to Captain. Hi, I'm Captain Zenith. Also, Lewis, take a week off, for God's sake.
Yes,
Patrick
please.
Caulfield. Hey, Lewis, what did you think of the work you had to do for Star Wars prequel month? Bet it was easy and fun all the way through. This month was a terrible mistake.
This was a mistake. You filmed 11 reviews in the span of a month.
Technically 11 reviews, yeah.
Yeah.
Connor Johnson, how would you describe The Prince of Egypt? Pretty good movie, if I recall correctly. I've only seen it once back when I was younger, but imagery is still pretty good. But yeah, woo! Rogue One review finished.
Yay!
And it was only 2 parts. I was so happy, because I had less to say about it versus the prequels. Locuus, well done releasing the Star Wars review in May. Thank you. I'm very happy that I still managed to get it all out in the month of May, as it should have been. SKH's Video Productions review has never come out on Monday. Oh, cat.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have.
Reviews.
I remember. Okay. Now,
Yeah,
now
the Phantom Menace review did first come out on May 4th. I got it right, because I knew I had to get it, or else the May the 4th joke wouldn't work.
11 videos, like 11 Star Wars movies. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Captain Avenger 1983 status update for PO unboxing videos. We finally went to the PO box a little while ago. I need to actually go through those because I know there's someone who thinks they might have accidentally mailed something to us. But there's actually not a lot. We're still going to do a PO unboxing. It's probably going to be a short one as a result because there's not a lot in there. Oh, me oh my. Sir Straw Hat was playing Spider-Man PS4 and one of Spidey's clips was, I'm supposed we could settle this with some fruit pies. Yeah. Guys, I didn't find the fruit pies thing. It's been an internet thing for a while. Kyle Forbes, ever read The Immortal Hulk? And if so, what are your thoughts? And if not, read it, for it is, if not, read it, for it's amazing. I've heard about it, so I have not read it. Ethan93, too bad you have Event Comics Month 3 coming up. Yes, but recall that Event Comics Month 3 sometimes produces single video ones. It's not always, but sometimes. Locuus, time for the Star Wars reviews special editions. Yep, because I always wanted to have dewback lizards behind me on the shelf. We're going to digitally alter the cats and put the lizards over them.
No.
Andrew Kind, Nick Nolte is under my bed. Help. Well, you should get that checked out. John, I mean, you don't want infestation and Nick Nolte's in your house. Josh Lowe Entertainment, would you ever do a Black Comics month? I'm not sure what the qualifier would be. Black creators, black superheroes.
You could do a Luke Cage month.
Dewback's the musical. No, that's a little scary.
Nick Nolte has spoken. All right. So, as a reminder, send support to any bailout funds out there to support protesters and help them out, as well as George Floyd's family. I think his family has a GoFundMe. SK's Video Productions, Cats to Lizards. That was a very bad TNG episode. That is right. Oh man, you have such a long way to go, Zen.
Oh
Yes.
God. But yeah, we're gonna try to keep this episode as removed from the current situation as possible. I'm safe. We're all safe. I'm hunkered down in a hotel right now, but we have better things to talk about, like Star Trek, which I'm gonna get to soon.
Pretty much anything that we're all safe. We want to keep the stream light and just enjoyable and fun, but otherwise all of us are fine and we're all safe. Anyway, read off some super chats as we switch over to Mass Effect.
Jedi Protector, any JoJo video reviews in the works?
No, but we've got another Jew Rangers review coming up in 2 weeks. Possibly a week, actually, considering I'm not going to get the. See, the thing is, with the Rogue One review ended up being so delayed, it took so long for it to come out, it might as well just come out the following week. So yeah, that'll actually be the week after this coming episode. And yes, I'll release the State of the Wall soon with the full episode listing, I think through September.
Lee Hartso, thanks for all the hard work and laughs in Star Wars Month.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Samurai Tiger 19. Favorite Gordon Ramsay rant or insult?
Basically everything that he ever says to Raj. Season 8, Raj lasts only 4 episodes in Hell's Kitchen, and he was thoroughly incompetent.
He wasn't the one who snapped, was he?
Depends. There's a few people who snapped.
Big Bots CT, been quite a while since your top 15 favorite jokes. Any chance of a follow-up?
Not a bad idea. I might do that at some point, but but nothing is immediately springing to mind. We're gonna need help again because there's like an order else people die, and we were trying to prevent people from dying.
Kyle Forbes. Any Hellboy comic recommendations?
Unfortunately, I have never read any Hellboy comics, so I have actually no help there.
7 Seraphim 7. Kitties demand treat money. Love the Star Wars reviews. Thanks again for a lot of great fun.
Thank you so much. Am I shooting at Rex? I might have been shooting at Rex.
Sebastian Edmund, I don't know. Sebastian Edmund, quick question. What is JoJo?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, which I have actually done a few reviews of. If you want to look them up, I did of the 2 of the first season, as well as Diesel, the infamous ripoff comic of JoJo.
Sebastian Edmund, never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
There's one above that. Locuus. Speaking of bad stuff with cats in them, has someone finally forced you to watch Cats?
Nope, and still not gonna.
Hold the line.
Philip Miller.
JoJo also has one of the best retorts up. I commented this on the episode itself. Right up there with surprise, bitch. Bet you thought you never seen the last of me. Guess who's back from his time in hell?
I love that.
Philip Miller, it's been a long and rough month with lots of taxing blank for both of you in general. So let's close it out with something positive. 1, money. 2, care to talk about some of your favorite things about Star Wars?
Hard to, I'm trying to think of, specific things I like about Star Wars, aside from just, strong characterization, a sense of fun, inspiring dialogue, and just a grander sense of the, mystical side of the Force and spirituality involved in it, and the peace and possibilities that it provides.
Jacob Lerma, is anyone affected by the protests? Unfortunately, I am. I'm in a hotel. I'm safe, along with my roommates and our 4 cats.
See here, Charles Ard1. Have you played Xenoblade? I got the DE of XC.
Deluxe edition of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I haven't played Xenoblade. I own it. I need to get through Xenogears first.
Jeremy Atler, have you seen the Amy's Baking Company episode? That's the most infamous Ramsay episode I have.
Of course.
Oh, hello, Chiaki.
But I tell you one thing I really don't like about that episode is how they basically blew the whole thing. From the very beginning, this is the one that breaks Gordon Ramsay. Now find out.
To be fair, they say that all the time. The hyperbole in American Gordon Ramsay shows is ridiculous.
For the first time on Hell's Kitchen.
For the first time in Hell's Kitchen, they say that even in the first season. Well, yeah, of course it's the first time it's ever happened, but it's the first season. Of course it's the first time.
Chiaki says hi, by the way. She's been hiding for 24 hours, and now she's cuddling me.
Aww.
Tell her I said meow.
Meow.
Demi Fiend of Time, have you been enjoying Xenoblade Remastered Edition lately? Or no, been enjoying Xenoblade Remastered Edition lately? You should check it out sometime. It has amazing settings of 2 continent-sized robots.
I have never played Xenoblade before, so I'm sorry. So I would not know. Shotgun.
I beat you at some point.
Rounds 5.
Cameron Tive, Linkara, do you have interest in covering underground comics on Atop the Fourth Wall?
Not a lot, because my expertise mostly lies in mainstream stuff, so I'm not as good with a lot of weirder independent stuff out there. So I don't have a heavy desire to do so, but you know, I won't say no if you sent it to me. I might end up reviewing it anyway just because it's something weird enough.
Edward Scales, are you planning a crossover review with Phalos with Power Rangers in Space and next Munition episode?
Mutation.
Entirely possible. Mutation. It's entirely possible. But you'd have to ask Phalos about that. But I would not be against it, or at the very least providing some context for him for a bunch of stuff that's going on in Power Rangers in Space at the time.
And a comic geek in the Batman voice, I'm the goddamn fixer. How's that?
Genth, what is your favorite dual wield combo? Like dual swords, dual pistols, axis sword, pistol, axis sword, vodka and bourbon, etc.
Probably dual
Me
pistols.
personally, yeah, if I have to go with a dual wield, because I don't like dual wield.
I like dual swords.
I like dual swords too.
Sir Straw Hat, you thought you were reading JoJo, but it was I, Diesel. Also, would it have been better if Aunt May was killed off long ago? It seems like she's more of a hindrance to Spidey than anything.
You'd think so. But the writers don't want to do that because they want to keep him the same.
544, hello there, General Linkra.
You.
Gorn ZX, have you ever heard or played the Elder Scrolls game, and if so, which one's your favorite?
I have never played any of the Elder Scrolls game, I'm sorry to say, so I don't know anything about them other than took an arrow to the knee.
Sebastian Emond, also Lewis, will you make Starfire a show character?
She technically is, as many times as the cats have appeared.
If you're looking for like an actual like talking cat, watch my show. I have a storyline with cats.
Yeah, I don't want to make them official characters in the way you're talking about, because there's an old saying in Hollywood: don't work with children or animals.
Ooh, yeah.
Because they create so much complications, especially with animals if they're not well trained, which is actually a kind of a rarity. There's a lot of really well trained animals in Hollywood. But in my case, I'm not an animal trainer, and these cats are 1 year old each, so I would not be the best person to try to get them to cooperate.
In my case, I have actors who play my cats, because my show involves puppets, so.
7 Seraphim 7. Next step on protecting the assault team is finding a terminal just outside the bunker to mess with the alarms.
Finding a terminal outside the bunker to mess with the alarms. All right, we will keep an eye out for that. And I'm just upgrading everyone's guns because because we have the item limit, and I figure it might as well let's Omni Gel a bunch of stuff. Right now we have Striker 2. We can upgrade to a better Striker.
Jacob Lerma says, sorry to hear that, Zen. Hope your house not be bad shape like Target.
Our apartment's fine. I went over there during the day. We just don't want to be near there at night. It's I'm not going to say anymore.
And Lacuus, I am the fixer. Begins to fix shed for free.
Yeah.
Speaks too soon. I have the issue where Aunt May died, but apparently it didn't stick.
It didn't. She died during the Clone Saga, and everyone's really happy with that issue because it was Amazing Spider-Man number 400, and she revealed that she had always known that Peter was Spider-Man, and it's like, oh man, it's a great thing, and then she dies, and everyone was okay with that because you know what, the time had come. They felt it was the right thing to do at that point, and then they undid it years later. Because, for reasons that I can't recall, it was basically just a lot of undoing the Clone Saga.
In later news, though, Luce and I saw Aliens together last week before things happened. And you know what I say to everything? I say we take off and nuke the site for orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Yeah, Zen watched Aliens for the first time, and that was fun.
We riffed on it. Like, it is highly quotable, and even though I knew some of the lines, like, it was a lot of fun. I had also watched Alien for the second time earlier in that day, so I had context, and it's just so much fun to watch with someone for the first time, especially the power armor bit. Get away from her, you bitch!
And now you have context for stuff from To Boldly Flee.
Yes, I finally have context for things. Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. Game over. All right, the security console here, which I think is the one outside the barracks.
Clifford, he is playing on a PC.
Oh,
I don't know if you've been paying attention, man, but we just got our asses handed to us.
It'll clear the guards out for us.
SKH Video Productions, what's your zombie survival plan? I won't tell.
Williams can take a few more. Minimize the guard presence in the base.
Mine is booze, lots of booze.
All right, so we're minimizing the. I figured it would. Oh, that was Renegade. Oh, jeez. Did I make the wrong call here?
Whoops.
By the way,
Don't clear out the guard. Okay, we're gonna time travel, guys.
Screen share. Screen share. You forgot to screen share.
Oh, I didn't screen share with you guys. Whoops.
Whoops.
Just as well you didn't see anything.
That was a good movie to boldly flee. No, it wasn't.
See, and I like the anniversary movies, but I knew that would be hilarious if I did that. All right, Mass Effect. There we go. Sorry, guys, I totally forgot about that. Anyway, we have time traveled. Oh, we hit a hiccup in time here. Nothing to see.
Nothing to see here, folks. Well, as we know, they mostly come out at night. Mostly.
We hit the Omega 13.
Yes, there you go. The world's greatest Control-Z.
Hey, Draconius. So, speaking in what is hopefully less charge events, what do y'all think of the recent SpaceX launch? I did not see it, unfortunately. I didn't even know there really was a launch going on.
That was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome.
All right, we
What's
missed
their
a couple
mission?
super chats.
Yeah, I got him. Anacomic Geek, sorry for the Fixer joke, but it was something I thought was funny. 2, hear about the Snyder Cut?
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Basically, we know it's happening. I still don't care because I don't think it's going to be a good movie regardless. Okay, so we don't send them away. They've got enough trouble. We'll take care of this.
Just disable the alarms.
Captain Avenger 93. Thoughts on the Michael Bay Transformers movies?
They are not good. Like Lindsay had to pause this, but she did a whole series of videos about them and the problems with them, while at the same time looking at them through various critical lenses.
All I'll say is we're on another
plate.
bug
Look it up.
man. We're on another bug hunt, man.
Patrick Caulfield, due to you not using the more colorful 4-letter words, I have a friendship marry kill question. Bearded Idiot, Dio, and Crazy Steve.
Didn't even realize this was next to me. 1 second, I will answer after I have shot these guys.
I told you we were on a bug hunt.
Anyway, what was the question again?
Okay. Due to you not using the more colorful 4-letter words, I have a friendship marry kill question. Bearded Idiot, Dio, and Crazy Steve.
Friendship, marry, kill. Well, we go by the original, which was just like a sex, marry, kill. Then. Oh, that's hard. I would probably. Okay, I would probably marry Bearded Idiot because he still has his heart in the right place despite being an idiot. I would sex Dio because Dio is just so magnificent. And kill Crazy Steve.
Because that doesn't need any explanation.
Dio has a very weird morality kind of thing going. But at the same time, I just got to imagine he's just like, let me show you the magnificent ways I, Dio, can make love to you.
You thought it would be someone else, but it was I, Dio, who you...
He's probably a very selfish lover, but he's also probably got, 1 second. Get Juggernaut, criminy. He's probably got a lot of skill and to back up his ego.
And Dio's not just a head anymore, Sir Straw Hat.
Let's see here. Tomes the Geek. Anyone notice Rogue One's ending is identical to the ending of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, even down to the likable robot character sacrificing himself?
I've never played Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, so I couldn't tell you.
I heard Infinite Warfare sucked, so...
I thought it was actually pretty decent. But then again, I don't know anything. Gordon ZX. I used to be an Aliens fan like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ruin Queen of Oblivion. Xena, something just occurred to me. If you watch Zio at the end of the what?
Neo Heisei.
Yeah, Neo Heisei. How are you going to handle the references from stuff from the first half of the Heisei era?
I didn't realize there were references. Here's the problem with doing all these Kamen Rider reviews. I'm actively talking with people in Linkara's Discord to help me out because I don't know where things go. Right now I'm still on double. I'm 36 episodes in, and I have seen Begins Night, but it's a weird interconnecting web of stuff. So I may just say Zio will be moved to later. I don't know, but like I had the same problem with Decade, and I couldn't understand what the hell was going on in Decade. Decade's weird.
All right, where do we go to next?
Grinning Chompy. Hey Linkara, have you heard of Steve Bloom's Green Goblin? Best goblin I ever heard.
I have not, so I would. So maybe perhaps I shall at some point.
544. We need a movie for the stuffed dinosaur in space. Lillian Lamp.
Keep an eye out for your super chat.
Yep.
Vap Jolflar, greatly enjoyed the Star Wars reviews. Thank you so much.
Yeah, glad to hear it.
Regardless of anything else, I'm still very proud of these episodes. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Take the elevator down. Thank you, Alex. I'm very happy with how the episodes turned out. I think that I have a lot of good points in there. I disagree with a lot of commenters' own critiques and stuff like that. There's still arguing among people about, dude, you hate the Darth Vader scene? But honestly, it's promoted a lot of good discourse, and people have been pretty respectful.
Give a little ground, Williams. We don't want them to bunker up.
Which is good. And
there's only like one or two people who have been like supreme assholes or been like, how come you like this thing and not this thing? You're a hypocrite, kind of thing.
Sir Strawhead says, yeah, Zio is basically a tribute to everything from Kuga to Build, which means I guess I'll stop at Build and then go back. So yeah, Zio will have to wait. And speaks too soon. Honore Dekedo. God damn it, Narutaki's doesn't make any lick of sense. And then I saw him in the crossover with the Tokyuger and Gaim stuff, and he made no sense in that either. And yeah, I've seen 2/3 of Gaim. I liked most of it, but I stopped watching.
All right, I'm gonna start reducing more stuff to Omnigel because apparently I've just been hanging on to a bunch of stuff. Grammy.
Still waiting on Lillian Lamp for that super chat.
The main thing I took away from Star Wars Month is that Lewis is not fond of the expanded universe.
It's not that I'm not fond of the... sorry, I interrupt you. Keep going.
It's not in the movie.
It's not that I don't like the expanded universe. I like the expanded universe just fine. I don't appreciate people using the expanded universe as a way to retroactively make movies good. It doesn't. It's just a material that's supposed to like make the universe bigger. It's not supposed to say, well, but you see, the reason why this reuse shot isn't really a reuse shot is because the ship senses you pushing a button, or lights in the darkness don't actually exist because there's special stuff that doesn't appear through fog. You know, basically, they can't just let the movies stand. My problem is people trying to say the movies are not allowed to stand on their own.
Yeah.
I appreciate that the Clone Wars is good. I like that. I'm glad it's good. I've watched some of it. I like the stuff I've liked that I've seen of it. I did watch the final episodes of Clone Wars, which take place simultaneously with Revenge of the Sith. But it doesn't make Revenge of the Sith good. It just means here's this good thing that's happening. It doesn't retroactively make the movie better. It's stuff made after the fact.
Gen says, yeah, don't think I didn't notice you poking fun at the Force causing weird plot conveniences theory. Theory proven. That
was always a thing that a lot of people have were bugged about because this idea that the Force just is the when we were filming To Boldly Flee, whenever some of us in the cast would point out a mistake, we would just be like, oh, that's okay. We just say a plot hole caused it. And that's lazy. It's suggesting that you could just shrug off any actual criticisms, and therein lies the problem with just saying, "Oh, the Force did it."
Patrick Caulfield, do you think if the Ewoks were designed differently, like maybe if they were bigger and had more emphasis on guerrilla warfare, people wouldn't joke about how the Empire got beat by teddy bears?
Possibly. It's the fact that they were very much a marketable creature that did not help. I'll take the elevator in a moment. I'm going to see what's behind this door.
Josh Bull, if you use supplementary material to make a work good, then the work isn't good. The prequels fail on their own merit.
Yep.
Jacob Lerma, the Digimon movie Blu-ray has been delayed, sadly.
Ah!
Adam Goss, do you know if Nash will ever return to his Here There Be Dragons series? If he won't, do you know why?
You'd have to ask him.
From what I understand, and this is from talking to him recently, he wants to do it. It's just there's so much he has to work on his house because he's in the path of a hurricane and he inherited an old house from his father. So he has a lot going on.
Yeah, he has other priorities.
Sir Straw Hat, what are your thoughts on Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch no longer being Magneto's children? I feel they are better that way.
I feel it is better for them to be Magneto's children, but that's just me.
Creative Chef 25, the entire world is essentially one giant plot hole.
I hate that so much. Like, I didn't like the plot hole explanation to begin
I just
with.
omni-joed a bunch of stuff. Why do they suddenly have 144 items? Screw it, I'm reducing. Criminy, I'm gonna have to go through it again. This is all this stream is gonna be, guys. It's just gonna be me.
It's gonna
Welcome
be us.
to the Omni-Joe.
Welcome to the Kamen Rider stream, where we talk Kamen Rider.
And also watch Linkara reduce stuff to Omni-Gel.
Yeah,
Pretty jumpy. Things like the Darth Vader scene were worse when Legends was canon. The average Jedi could fling sheets out of star systems and hold crumbling planets together. What's the point of the clones then?
Yeah, there's a point where your power level being over 9,000 is being ridiculous, and that's Dragon Ball Z right now.
No, I'm just like, can I swap out for better equipment and then get rid of old bad ones? It's like,
Hello, Scrammy. My other cat is screaming at me from behind me.
Got 2 hurricane clouds. We don't need those. If we had another firestorm, I'd love to swap that out.
Blue Griffin, you missed Honore Decado. You missed Decade being crap.
Strike 5. Little 5. That's actually,
Hey,
is that a better
come
gun?
here.
Yeah,
Here, if you're gonna yell at me, you should come over to me. I can't just do this.
Mom, pay attention to me.
Mom, mother, mommy, mother. What is it? I love you.
Cats.
Sebastian Edmund, Lewis. All in all, great Star Wars prequels reviews. Love to hear what you would include in a Star Wars story.
Ugh.
Yeah, come over here.
I have to think about that. I wouldn't mind. Well, I've said this before. I'm hoping that if they do end up doing that Old Republic movie, that they basically follow the events of the actual Old Republic game, because I think there's enough material there for a trilogy.
Give us your best version of W's catchphrase. Yeah. Count up your sins. I don't know how to say the Japanese version of it.
SKH Video Productions. I stopped watching after DBZ. I stopped watching DBZ after Cell. It got weird. And Gorn ZX. I wouldn't say you need to watch the Clone Wars to make the prequels better.
Now, a lot of people would disagree with you on that.
Myself included, actually. I mean, I like the Clone Wars, but to make the prequels better, I don't think they do anything to the actual movies. The movies still have to stand on their own. Demi Fiend of Time. Still want a Star Wars RPG where I can be an Ewok Jedi. Sorry. I want to be a fuzzy badass that takes down Sith with twin lightsabers.
I want to say that exists in the expanded universe.
Don't give my cat any ideas. Kana will do that.
Well, Well, I mean, if there's a Hutt who was a Jedi, I mean...
Yup.
Sorry, I saw that image and I'm like, holy crap.
I know, cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember we did D20 Live one year with Doug. He wanted to be a Hutt character, but they wouldn't let him because we were doing a stealth mission for the D20 Live. So then there was no way we could reasonably have a Hutt on a stealth mission like this.
Hutts aren't stealthy.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same one where Nash was a Chiss and he bluffed him into thinking he was Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Yep.
That was a great. That was just a great D20. Ride Wild. So I may get this game for PC because my PS3 contracted the yellow light of death.
Ugh.
Hey, Jess.
Chaos Nightmare. Hey, Linkara, if someone were to give you multiple options for a Patreon review and tell you to surprise them, what would you do, or just tell them to pick one?
That's happened before, where they've given me a bunch of options and they asked me which one I'd prefer doing, and I usually end up just picking one of the ones that I like, or telling them why none of their ideas will work, or I let them still choose, but I let them know what my why I prefer one over another, kind of a thing.
Is there a reason you're biting me, kitty cat?
Andrew Mason, hey Linkara, sorry I'm late. Still love the prequels and unsatisfied with the sequels, but thanks for understanding and being respectful, and sorry if any of my comments were annoying you guys.
Yeah, you guys, everyone's been, like I said, most people have been very respectful about the reviews, and sure, we'll get into minor disagreements, but like aside from like one or two people who were dicks, which I then end up blocking from the channel, everyone's been pretty respectful of opinions and just expressing their own disagreements.
Sir Straw Hat, Obi-Wan, Master Yoda, what does the counter say about his midi-chlorian count, Yoda? Over 9,000 it is.
What, 9,000?
Should we be investigating these stasis consoles?
Possibly.
That looks like a very uncomfortable form of stasis.
This looks like a member of the Combine from Half-Life.
Draconis. Would it be fair to say using an EU to expand the universe of movies is okay? It just becomes problematic when you use it to explain issues in the movies.
Yes, because that was also a frequent thing, because people were trying to use the EU to justify the ridiculous outfits of Queen Amidala, and that's okay if you just don't think it's that different from the yo-yo, because that's a personal preference kind of thing. But saying it's actually cool because of this is just like saying, well, it's not in the movie, so how the hell am I supposed to know that?
Again, playing any board games lately?
I have not. I really should break out something. Let's see, what the heck is that? They're just chilling. Shoot them. Andrew Mason says to shoot them. Does everyone else say to shoot them?
Classic Watcher, I hate sand. It lowers accuracy. It hurts sometimes.
Commander Grizzly, are you excited for Jordan Peele Twilight Zone Season 2? What are your thoughts on Season 1? I still have not watched it. I really need to get around to doing so. Part of the problem is that some of the episodes don't really look all that appealing to me. I want to see the one with the mysterious traveler who arrives, because that looked kind of interesting to me.
Defeat Darth Vader with sand.
Hawk Hero, the clone doesn't make the prequels good. They just good story set in that time period. Shoot them! Shoot her!
Shoot her!
Shoot her!
You have guns. Shoot them.
Trying to shoot, it's not letting me. Rex, get out of the way! Not letting me shoot him. Oh, there we go. Let's all investigate.
Alright, bye, kitty cat. She has decided to stop biting me and has left, only to yell at me later.
What is going on here? Where are the guards? Where is Sarah? No.
What is going on? Where is Doctor? Where is Saren? Where are the guards? Why are you shooting at me?
What is the combination, sir? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That's amazing! That's the same combination I have in my luggage!
And change the combination on my luggage.
Ow!
Okay, overheating is done with.
Grinning Chompy. Hey Linkara, when you get to Beast Boy for Secret Origins Month, it might be interesting to note how much of a sad clown he is. The dude jokes like Spidey, despite the world constantly crapping on him. Hang on one second.
Goran ZX, GSR, what's your... Oh, that's for him. Never mind. I'll wait. Waiting.
Take all.
I just want.
Where are these items coming from?
Well, you took all.
They keep just showing up out of nowhere. I saw what I had picked up.
Unless there's like multiples of items for each person or something.
Sebastian Iman, which do you think was the best Twilight Zone host? Rod Serling. The man just oozed charisma. And there's been plenty of, and they've all been good in their own ways. It's just Rod Serling was the best, easily.
Rod Serling just had this presence to him.
Okay, sorry about that.
Gemini amp.
A question for you, Gordon ZX asks, GSR, what's your favorite episodes of the Clone Wars?
I have been waiting. I've been wading my way through them again, and actually, one of my favorites has been when the younglings get their saber crystals, and then they get attacked by Hondo.
Okay.
I need to see the one where Ahsoka is accused of planting a bomb, though. I need to see that one.
Andrew Mason. Oh, by the way, when you get to the detention level, there's a side path with one stable Solarian in a cell. It's safe to free that one. Don't let the squad out, though. It's easy to miss.
All right, I'll try to keep an eye out. There are 2 doors here. Oh, no, the elevator.
Karim Knight, don't trust the Asari that you're about to meet.
You're about to what?
Don't trust the Asari that you're about to meet.
Trust no one. Gotcha.
Yes, the one with the David Tennant droid. Yes, the David Tennant droid. That was awesome. I was so happy that the droid survived the entire episode. I was convinced that droid was gonna get destroyed.
By the way, speaking of Double, as I am now on episode 36, and only people who watch Double are going to get this reference. Extreme!
Don't shoot! Please, I just want to get out of here before it's too late.
I don't believe you.
Let's hear it. Who are you and what do you want?
Ranathanoptis, neurospecialist. But this job isn't worth dying over, or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
Henrik Henriksen, is it still okay to talk about Star Wars? Yes, it is. We're finished with prequel month. We can finally talk about Star Wars stuff again, because it'll be all Star Wars all the time. Why should I trust you?
Give me one reason I should help you.
I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren's private lab. I can get you in. See? Full access. All of Saren's private files. Are we good? Can I go?
Ugh! Let her go, let her go. Oh no, he's almost there. People say not to trust her. Some people say let her go.
I don't trust her.
I don't know. The chat has made me kind of biased.
The chat has different opinions. Tell me about your research.
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers, to control them.
Shh, kitty.
It's called
It's a cutscene.
indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Solarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage.
Jacob Lerma says, I'm probably the only Star Wars fan who does not want to have a Knights of the Old Republic movie because it might piss off some fans, like what they did to Luke as well as other Last Jedi BS. I tried.
Jurassic Park, shoot her! Kill her!
Shoot her.
Let her go, tell us your secrets, tell me about research. So this
Let
tells
her
us
go.
about, let her out with a warning. If you find her doing this again while she had her warning, I'm sure she won't ever do anything else messed up.
Seven Seraphim Sevens, she's not evil, just a dick with very, very, very bad choices and employers.
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey. Eventually, you just stop thinking for yourself. It happens to everyone at the facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before it happens to
Oh
me.
man, who was that? Someone said it. Travis saying, hit her with a rock. All I can think is Galaxy Quest. What is it? I don't know. Let's hit it with a rock.
Carl Detlanger, Linkara, have you ever read the Lego Bionicle comics? No, the Bionicle stuff is just so dense. I'm not interested in it at all.
The Bionicle stuff is just so much.
Andrew Mason says, normally I'd say let her go, but in later games she causes problems. She's indoctrinated. She's been dead a long time right now. Sadly, it would be Mercy.
Hi, Chibi.
So on one hand, I'm not planning on playing any of the future games, so...
Why is
let
Sarah
him go.
researching this? Isn't he the one controlling it?
The signal comes from the ship. It makes us obey Saren, but I don't think he controls it. Not exactly. I think he's scared it might be affecting him. Indoctrination is subtle. By the time the effects become noticeable, it's usually
Let her
too late.
go, Anakin!
You turned her against me!
Let my people go.
How do you know the people in the chat aren't indoctrinated?
From my point of view, you're indoctrinated.
Trust your
Well,
feelings.
then you are lost!
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Oh, man, that was great.
Let's take a vote. People are saying that if I do let her go, use the middle option. I'll go with that. But let her go or kill her. The Jedi are indoctrinated.
From my point of view, it is you who are indoctrinated.
Joyce, let her go. Kill. Let her go. Middle option. Middle of the road. I vote for ice cream. Let her go this time. If you see her again, let her go. Let her go. Let her go. Get out of here. Captain Avenger 1983. How'd you get into the Transformers franchise? Through Beast Wars originally, back in the day. Little tiny fly. Give me a moment. I'm deciding whether or not to kill you. Blind Picket, Jurassic Park shooter. Let her go. Let her go. You're a paragon. I'm agreeing with that. Sebastian Iman used to love Bionicle, but I eventually lost interest when the story kept changing after that. Metra Nui era. Henrik Henriksen, when it comes to Darth Vader, I feel that after losing Padme, after all the things he did just to prevent her death, that he ended up like Mr. Freeze in the episode Cold Comfort. Basically, if I can't be happy, then no one else should be happy. And that's a legitimate reading. It just doesn't feel like the journey to get there is worth it. Anyway, get out of here.
I'm gonna blow this
Born
place
CX,
to hell and
you
back.
should eat
If you wanna make
Chiaki.
it alive, you better start running.
But no.
What?
No, she's
You
a good
can't-
kitty and she's scared.
Ah!
I like the way you think, Shepard.
Yeah, we are gonna blow this place to hell. So, also, thank you, Henrik Henriksen. That was a sizable donation. I say donation. Donation would mean that they don't get anything. They get their chat read off. That was a sizable super chat. Thank you.
Yeah, you go and get it.
Creative Chef, Soundwave Voice, Rex, Tally, Liara, Garrus, Miranda, Ashley, Eject, Operation Screw the Console.
So apparently, she was upset that I was gonna blow this place up, and people were saying that she was already indoctrinated. So many weapons lockers here. Isn't this a research facility?
Yeah, we
You
researched how to keep you out.
They're also saying you impressed Rex. It was worth it.
I do like impressing Rex because we like Rex.
Heavy Rex is worth it. Also, we're gonna need his help if we're going to win the contest of champions.
Operation Screw the Council.
Commence Operation Screw the Council.
So obviously I've never played Mass Effect 3. And people and I heard that the original ending is the indoctrination ending, and people hate that. So I'm guessing that Shepard becomes indoctrinated in the end.
I don't know. I haven't gone very far. Like, I like it. It's just there's a lot. Like, it took me 10 hours just to do everything and become a Spectre.
Watch it. Professor Chaos says, I was watching an episode of the Contest of Champions segment. Can't believe you started that story in 2017.
I know, right?
Wasn't it supposed to be short and fun?
So it didn't start in 2017. It officially well. When did Sleepwalker end?
17. Yeah.
They were supposed to end it this year.
Then everything happened.
Speaks too soon. Why was Soundwave working with the Autobots in that IDW
Shepard,
crossover?
Look over here. It's another beacon, like the one on Eden Prime.
Apparently, stuff that had happened in the IDW books had made Soundwave switch sides, or at least the Decepticons were working with the Autobots at the time. Cutscene time.
And this reminds me when you touch the beacon.
I am in your face!
Remember when you touched that beacon? It happened again. Oh, time for exposition. Oh god.
Assuming direct control.
Oh, that was weird.
That was weird. What happened?
7 Seraphim 7 says, no, there's not an indoctrinated ending. It's just a fan theory that this is what happened to explain how a lot of the stuff in the ending made little to no sense and felt so off.
Ah, okay.
Shepard, why did I just get high?
Whoop.
I get the feeling something bad is about to happen. You are not Saren.
What was your
What
first
is
clue?
that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures.
Laser says Shepard, meet Sovereign.
Touch my mind.
There was another super chat before that, so don't lose track of it.
Incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There is a realm of
there's some.
existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
Sup?
Yeah, it's Sovereign.
Oh, this is V'ger.
You're saying there was... I could have sworn there was a super chat before that.
I checked. I don't see it.
Right. Sir Straw Hat,
Search.
it's more of a theory than an actual ending. Angry Joe did a video on it. Also, I'm the council, I'm the council, I'm the reason nothing works. Alright,
I'm gonna report you to the council.
Alright, so...
the council.
Alright, we got... This is major dialogue sequence according to people.
Sovereign
Alright.
isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You couldn't have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal. The pinnacle
so it's
of
Bender.
evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
Big
Gordon
talk
DX.
from a floating hologram.
Yeah, this is Bender.
Anyway,
Gordon
super
DX.
chats.
That's the best robot voice ever. Let's see. Evan Penn Bao. Soundwave initially allied himself with Galvatron to build the Decepticons after Megatron defected to the Autobots. It did not go so well. And I don't see one from Grinning Chompy. Next.
It's like, yeah, like I'm the pinnacle of evolution of existence. Really? Because I don't see you guys around anymore.
Well, there was only one of me because I killed everyone else.
Yeah,
Well,
where's the big talk from a floating robot Squid who's not even here?
See, I have more easy time believing the pizza rug monster.
Oh my god, the pizza rug monster.
Winter the Masquerade. Quick question: if someone someone requests you to review a season of She-Ra and the Princess of Power, which is meant to be binged, would you treat it like History of Power Rangers or Top Fourth Wall? P.S. It's a really good show. It will be treated like, no, I'm not doing an entire season because that's too much material for me to cover in a single episode. You get a maximum of 5 or 6 episodes. I don't know how long She-Ra seasons are. Maybe they are only 6 episodes, but yeah. Mike Vit G3, hoping someone gets this reference. Reaper, that's what people call me. Why? Because they all die. And, yeah, if it's only 6 episodes, then I would treat it like an Atop the Fourth Wall episode, because that's what it's being requested as. Tones the Geek, so this is Super Card stops Sochi from summoning. Granny the Chompy, it's not letting me post my other message for some reason. Post it, just try to summarize it more or post it in 2, but otherwise, you know, yeah, maybe it's just, like, too long. Sebastian Iman, Shepherd's Vision scene kind of reminded me of the Prizing Rylander. I hear everything! I am everything!
I am interface.
Alright, I'll stop you. Actually, no, you don't scare me.
Whatever your plan is, it's gonna fail. I'll make sure of that.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
What I'm basically hearing here is you guys suck at your job because we keep coming back. 7 Seraphim 7 trivia time. The Reapers are based on the Berserkers from the sci-fi novel of the same name from the 80s. Nice. Ryan Meir, we'll stop you, Skynet. I mean, Sovereign. Yeah, the Berserkers thing. Actually, I think Babylon 5 referenced that. There's an episode where an alien probe comes to B5 asking to see how advanced they've become, and at first, and they offer like medical technology and stuff, but eventually in the end, Captain Sheridan says, what if it's a berserker? Designed to find intelligent species who could be a threat to them and then destroy them.
I remember that episode. That's a good episode.
Hi, TB. Boop. I booped a snoot.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us, letting us advance to the level they need, then wiping us out.
And yeah, SKH Video Production, as Debris just reviewed that episode this past week.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask why they're doing this, because it's just like, that makes no sense. Why are you letting us advance to that level? If you just want to wipe us out, that's kind of a waste.
Wait a second. Maybe it's like Gurren Lagann. When they get to a certain level, then the anti-spirals come in.
Yeah, but it's just, but even that had the same kind of problem. It's just like, why do you even care? I mean, actually no. The spiral thing actually makes more sense because that's actually them developing naturally along the technological lines. The Reapers in this case want us to go along pre-programmed lines. At least in Gurren Lagann's case, it's a case of everyone. We're advancing to a point where they now recognize us as a threat. Versus this, which is we are pre-programming you along a route and then wiping you out. Anyway, read some super chats before I ask it what's going on.
Henrik Erickson, something I thought of. If Snoke had to be a Force user, what if he was a former Jedi that Luke offered the spot as a teacher for his academy? Feel like that could have been a simple way to explain away Snoke and then kill him.
That could work too. Just, it's just for me, I just don't care enough about Snoke to really wonder about it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Once he stopped being giant, I didn't care.
He's just some asshole.
Yeah.
Jacob Lerma, who are worse, Sonic fans or Star Wars fans?
All fans have their worst, have bad qualities and people behind them.
Tones the Geek, if you could mod this game to make Sovereign talk in the voice of any character from anything, who would you choose?
Old man. Old man from Phalos' videos.
No, I would love to have him be Rob Paulson when he does his Ruben voice from Lilo and Stitch the series.
And Gens, it's also very similar to a concept from Revelation Space, where the idea isn't to eradicate organic life, but to keep it cold so civilizations are small enough to protect through a big crisis.
What were they saying that in response to again?
Oh, I'm not sure what that's in response to, but it's very similar to a concept from Revelation Space, where the idea isn't to eradicate organic life, but to keep it cold so civilizations are small enough to protect through a big crisis.
I suppose, but again, it's like you're making them develop beyond their own lines, limiting them, and therefore they can't develop anything that would actually be helpful in that regard. In this case, they're just developing us along lines because they find us to be unnatural and bad, so they're sorry, I killed a bug. They want us to develop along these lines because they think we're unnatural and bad. But then force us down the similar paths.
Let's see. Andrew Mason has a spoiler comment. Do you want me to read it?
Sure, go ahead.
Spoiler alert, because the Reapers are made of organics, they're cyborgs of a sort. They grow us as big and smart and powerful as possible, then liquefy all organics to that level to make more Reapers.
They can't just do that with genetic engineering?
Yeah, true.
Hey, anyway, why are you doing this? Let's see how things...
Slaves, resources?
Little from column A, little from column B.
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent.
No man is an island, sovereign.
Weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Tempest Mask 1000. So if I may, I'm glad to be here. I've seen History of Power Rangers for a while now, and I have to say I've enjoyed it. My favorite season from childhood is Wild Force, because Kong Zord. What can I say? I like green.
It's all good. Thank you, and glad you enjoy them, and thanks for coming out here. Captain Adventure 1983. How did you first meet Fat Grandma? I don't know who you're talking about. I know no one along with that name. Sure, Straw Hat, feel free not to answer this if it's a touchy subject. Why are so many companies bending over backwards to accommodate China? Because they have a standing population of over 1 billion people, meaning that they have a potential market there of 1 billion more consumers. Basically, it's all about numbers and how many more customers they can get out of it. Gorn GX, will you ever do a furry month? I don't know.
Lewis, you gotta listen to Obscurus Lupa. Fat Grandma is a character. It's official.
Don't know what you're talking about, sir. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, Zen. Don't know. That is not a thing. I don't think she was referencing anything in particular. Ryamir, to Reaper. Zoidberg, your plan is bad and you should feel bad.
Oh, goddammit, Zoidberg.
Luca Raven, each a nation. Oh no, the Reapers are libertarians. Genth, in Revelation Space, the inhibitors were made to protect life from when we crash into Andromeda. If civilizations get too big, their makers thought it would be impossible to move around fast enough. Weird. Anyway, why are you doing... I said why are you doing this. Who created you?
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite.
So you don't know.
That's not an answer.
Okay, Beaker.
Yeah, pretty much. I am the beginning and the end, the one who is many.
You know what this reminds me of? That time travel episode that everyone really, really loves with the arch that doesn't give us any answers.
7 Seraphim 7,
yes.
This is pretty much a case of AI as a crapshoot. The Reapers were made with some poorly defined ethical programming and a vaguely worded goal and pulled a zeroth law that led to this. Who created you?
Andrew.
Yes. Andrew Mason, additional spoilers. Reapers were also flawed creations of another race, and AI meant to stop machines from wiping out organics, but it came to think to do that they had to cull them periodically. See, this is why we need a Captain Kirk in the Mass Effect universe, so he can like logic bomb them into destroying themselves.
So they're Landru?
They're Landru! It all comes back together! It's Landru!
It all comes back to Landru.
Peace and tranquility, friend.
I keep forgetting I can only reference season 1 because there's a perfect episode in season 2 that sums us up.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna catch up. I only have 13 more episodes of Double, and then I'll start season 2.
Lanacola, who is Landru? Landru is the villain from an episode of Star Trek called Return of the Archons, an AI that is controlling a civilization and creates, and basically through mind control and weird computer logic.
Are you not
Creative
of the body?
Chefs F25, or in Kirk's case, sleep with everything. I mean, everyone wants me to do that anyway, so maybe Shepard is the Kirk of this universe.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are Legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world.
Then we'll fight in the shade.
Not escape.
Then we'll fight in the shade.
Gorns X, why does Dan DiDio hate Wally West? I don't know.
All I know is that peace and tranquility will not happen to the Reapers because fuck them. Let's attack.
Yep. You know what? I'm okay with them having an illogical thing if they're really just flawed creations who are stupid. If they're just morons and don't actually because if they're just flawed creations that think that they're gods, then I'm even more on board with blowing them the hell up and stopping them, because we are German Shepherd and we are awesome.
I am Reaper. Insert girder.
Not really. You're just a machine, and machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future.
Ooh, that's good.
I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Oh damn. Damn.
I have the power to break glass.
Commander.
Well,
we
so
got
do
trouble.
Jedis.
Gent, isn't this basically the Monitor's plan from Countdown? Let universes die so to protect the multiversal structure? Everything links back to Countdown! Ride Wild, I asked this back when you started this, but what do you think of the Borg would think of these nut jobs? The Borg, their entire goal is to assimilate other beings and technology into themselves to enhance themselves, become more perfect. That, they would just see this as more things to consume to enhance themselves. 7 Seraphim 7, yes, they are flawed AIs with god complexes. All right, see, I'm on board with that. I'm okay with their reasoning being completely stupid and insane if in story they actually are that stupid. They're just powerful stupid.
What does God need with a Reaper?
Commander, we got trouble. What's wrong?
Hit me, Joker.
That ship's sovereign? It's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half.
Oh, I think I made him mad.
It's coming your way and it's coming hard. You need to wrap things up in there fast.
I made the Reapers mad.
Idea, Shepard?
Good.
He realized he realized that I was onto his stupid game, and we're just like.
I am the Stole.
All right, should we? We got what we need. We're done here.
I say we nuke the site from orbit.
All right, let's go set the nuke and nuke the site from orbit. Is everyone okay with us just nuking this place?
It's the only way to be sure.
I don't want to we gotta wait for our. Let's wait for everyone to give their input on why it would be a bad idea to nuke this place. Creative Chef 25. So DBZ cells should just merge with the Borg then. Potentially, yes. Cartoon Kelly, I'm late but have some money. Thank you. Henrik Hendrickson, if you didn't know, the Sand People are one of the few people in Star Wars who use slug throwers, aka normal guns. Funny thing about that, lightsaber blocking that isn't very wise. That is true. It's the only way to be sure. Painful choice incoming. You shot me in the back. I didn't make you mad, did I? I say nuke place. Patrick Caulfield. When I was at work, Quantum Leap was on. It was the episode about stopping gay-hating Navy members in 1961. Thought it was good. Do you have any recommended episodes you think are really good? Unfortunately, I've never actually watched Quantum Leap.
If you want good Quantum Leap episodes, you should watch some Diamanda Hagen's Quantum Leap episodes. They're really good.
And Allison is, of course, the big Quantum Leap expert, and she can tell you which ones to do. Anon Omas, hey man, love your work. You're one of my favorite channels. Can't wait to see your Beast Morphers review when it comes out. Now go save the Earth. I shall, and thank you, and I'm looking forward to watching Beast Morphers, because I've heard good things about it. Cue the song those underground people from SCUK sing when the apes help them. The Holy and Almighty Bomb. Myriad Media Musings. I will. You don't have a super chat, but Borg versus Dominion, who would win? That happened in a book. One of the DS9 relaunch novels did have the after effects of a battle between a Borg sphere and a Dominion cruiser, because they were just like, they were both were curious about the other. They ended up destroying each other. Now, I don't know about a long-term war, but the Dominion are, pretty hardcore when it comes to fighting, so they were able to at least destroy the scout ship that went to investigate them. And B.O. Weasel, the Borg do have a concept of diplomacy. They just don't think it's ever necessary until that one episode of Voyager.
One thing I will say, if we don't nuke the site from orbit, we also need a flamethrower and a bunch of bombs and whatever else they used in Aliens, because that ending was so good.
7 Seraphim 7, very painful choice. Do I want to keep around Blandio Blandershins or Space Racist? Philip Miller, good luck. We're all counting on you. All right, let's nuke this thing and go home.
We'll head for the breeding
if I
facility.
may reference
Time to
Quantum
blow
Leap
this
again
place
for a
to
second,
hell.
Good Morning,
I'll
Good
meet
Morning
you there.
Peoria is one of my
Joke around.
favorites. The Leap Home, both parts. Trilogy is also one of my favorites, and the JFK episodes.
But yeah, get a bunch of grenades, get a bunch of flamethrowers, torch all the eggs, use power armor on the Queen, and bring a droid along, or whatever, a synthetic person. That's all you need.
There you go.
All right, so where are we going now? Is that the only way to? We're just going back the way we came?
I think you have to go to your ship.
Oh, wonderful bomb, a glorious bomb, a
Wonderful, glorious bomb.
Who will you save? Ash or Caden, says Commander Grizzly.
Theoretically, if we did everything right, we might be able to save both of them. But otherwise, we're going to let Ashley die.
Because spacist.
Charizard Ranger,
Yep.
wait, the Borg of diplomacy? Look up the episode Scorpion. It's a two-parter from Voyager, and that will answer your question.
Didn't they also use diplomacy with Locuus?
Locutus was not a diplomatic thing for them. It was we are going to prepare your civilization for assimilation through a central figurehead.
Okay, I'm speaking out my ass because I haven't even gotten there yet, but I'm just speaking from references.
Again, the Dominion would probably eradicate all life in a barrier, a few hundred light years thick between them and the Borg, make it so they cannot replenish their numbers fighting across such a zone.
The Borg have significantly higher numbers, trust me.
Jedi Protector, droids are people too, right, HK-47? Agent Q, there's a good video on Sovereign versus Scimitar from Star Trek, giving a good idea on how strong the Reapers are. Hawk Hero, what do you think would happen if a Sith Lord got taken over by a Borg?
Hard to say, because the Force does not exist in Star Trek in the same way.
7 Seraphim 7, there's a flamethrower in ME2, but no, you can never save both. What you do now to save as many of the Solarans and Commander Kirahe, if you do things right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the important thing is we saved Rex.
Yeah, we saved Rex. We're gonna save the Commander, and the Spaceless is gonna die. So there.
I say support Rex, but destroy the meatbags. Bender, 100%.
Are we still gonna feign? Are we still gonna feign depression when we lose the Spaceless?
Yeah.
Oh no, so terrible. It's so terrible.
I vote. We all do a collective. Aww.
Ah.
Okay, half the time your mini-map is jammed.
Yeah, when you're in combat, the mini-map doesn't work.
Somebody gave us the raspberry. Only one would dare give me the raspberry. Lone Star.
Tally, you okay?
She'll be fine. Just fine.
Zen, read off Creative Chef's super chat, please. I can't do that one.
Okay, Creative Chef. GSR, would you cameo in one of Linkara's videos as a crazed conspiracy nut with Zaxby's, Saltgrass, SH, and other non-existing chain restaurants trying to make him believe?
What is so hard about this? They're real!
Zaxby's is nowhere nearby. In our refugee to find food in our hotel room, there was no Zaxby's, therefore Zaxby's does not exist.
It's real, I swear it's real.
It's real! I created it!
I think he's
cannot
gone mad. I think he's
cannot
gone. He has the space madness.
Ah, damn it.
It exists, and I created it, and you cannot destroy an idea! It's real.
Yeah,
I need to watch.
he's gone space mad.
I need to watch that episode again.
Mm.
Oh, sorry, Zen. You have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Future Star Trek stuff.
Yeah.
Damn it, you and your Star Trek and your Zaxby's and your hula hoops and your
As-
hopscotch.
SKH's Video Productions, is Linkara using a shotgun as a ranged weapon? Yes, I am!
You can. I mean, like, in Borderlands, I use it as a ranged weapon all the time. It depends what you want to use it for.
Thank you, Bridget Lee. And yes, I do know that there's also one about 10 minutes away from me too.
All I know is I made myself steak. I learned how to cook steak and eggs, and I'm using this in the future because steak and eggs is good.
Steak in general is good.
I now know how to cook a perfect steak, and while I need to work on my seasoning, I did.
Oh, you want good seasoning? I can give you the recipe for the perfect seasoning dry rub.
S&P flip both sides for 4 minutes.
Like, yeah, 3 minutes for. Basically, what I do is I put vegetable oil on both sides, let it marinate, and then I put salt and pepper on each side, and I rub it in, and I just need to evenly distribute it a little bit more. I need a better rub.
We gotta show you guys Letterkenny sometime.
And then you cook each side for 3 minutes, and it's perfect. I just need to work on my seasoning and evening it out and improving upon it. But I can make a good steak.
Yeah, I got to give you the spice rub. I'll give it to you after the stream.
Mm-hmm. Although after the stream, I gotta go do stuff.
7 So, fun in-game trivia. If the Spaceless is the one who dies, she ends up getting a posthumous Medal of Honor equivalent from most of the Council races.
This is why we oppose the Council.
Goddamn Council. From my point of view, the Council is evil.
Yeah, but that was accurate.
Yep.
We have any better shotguns? I mean, I suppose I could swap out for the Katana 6 because the accuracy rating is only one slightly less.
The response to that is, well, no one's questioning the Council is evil. Gordon ZX, I've been to a Zaxby's, but I don't think the food was made out of chicken. It is, trust me. Jacob Lerma, Fat Grandma is the boss at Zaxby's, which explains a lot. And I'm being told that I missed Sir Straw Hats. Hang on. Why do people make a big deal in the universe about droid rights? They're not cyborgs or androids, despite what their name implies. They're robots. They don't require any rights.
They are life. They are life, and they have their own independent personalities and whatnot. They have. I mean, it's hard for me to say they have a soul, but damn it, they should.
They have sentience.
They are sentient beings.
It's like Data. Like, you know, they have a personality. And we have seen with K2SO and L337 that they have personalities
and emotions.
Hold on, there really is an L337?
Yeah, it's from Solo.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And both of them actually were for robot rights.
Creative Chef 25, the Council, Shepard. Why do we have an expensive report from multiple Makos being either destroyed or needing massive repair?
Because the Makos were made horrible.
Simple response. Have you ever tried driving one?
Well, yeah, they have 6 pedals. You need 2 people.
Henry Erickson, I always find it interesting to think of a Star Wars and Star Trek crossover that has Star Trek factions finding relics from Star Wars. Just as an example, imagine the Romulans finding Sith artifacts.
That would be cool.
I'm imagining Kor finding Sith artifacts. Kor would totally use it to his advantage.
It's only because Kor is best Klingon.
What's wrong? Can't you hit me?
To quote a very famous chef, and me.
You're in my spot, sir. worst spot.
So as a reminder, I'm awesome.
Best captain, Captain Linkara.
This is why I'm best captain.
I'm second best captain. I promoted myself to the rank of captain.
I don't know if you can legally do that. Sebastian Edmund, imagine a Vulcan wielding a lightsaber.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Yeah.
Why hasn't there been a Star Trek and Star Wars crossover, damn it?
Or Indiana Jones finding the Millennium Falcon with skeletons inside.
Transformers and Power Rangers are crossing over with everything. Why not Star Trek and Star Wars finally?
Well, you see, because shut up.
Okay, equipment. Let's we got a whole bunch of new equipment here. We're gonna have to
Charles.
get rid of some stuff. Kinetic buffer, medical interface. Ooh, we might be able to upgrade some more stuff. Polonium rounds, proton rounds, Ryko 6. I think we have one already.
Charles Ard Ranger. So my idea with Star Trek and Star Wars is to have each Enterprise crew interact with each trilogy. NX with the prequels, Enterprise, USS Enterprise original with the original trilogy, and Enterprise D with the sequels.
Yeah, but what about like Picard and all the other stuff past that? The Kelvin timeline.
We have a spare Katana 6 shotgun.
The Kelvin timeline interacts with the Ewoks movies.
There you go.
We're the Ewoks.
And True Mason. Sad you're not playing the other games, especially since you got Vanguard. Next game, they can do a massive power charge that sends enemies flying and get them close for shotgun mayhem fun. And 7 Seraphim 7, why not? Because that would require Disney, Paramount, and whoever else holds Star Trek rights to agree to something.
Therein lies the big issue.
It's all rights, which is why Spider-Man is technically part of the MCU and technically not.
An odd world we live in. Okay, we can swap out armor and get something better.
Henrik Erickson, when it comes to robot rights, even the B-1 battle droids were portrayed with enough sentience to have enough feelings and opinions on stuff. You know what? They were.
Even the droids from like the prequels were just like Roger, like that does not compute. Like they paused. They had personality.
What is your vector, Victor?
That doesn't compute. Wait, you're under arrest.
Yeah. Like they showcase sentience of some sort, even if it's just programming.
And I would say they even came to their true fruition in the Revenge of the Sith. You know, when they were, you know, it's like when one's, excuse me, that wasn't much of a rescue. You're welcome.
There's a lot we can actually swap out here.
Mike Manhattan, after watching your review on the abomination known as Marvel, I checked out the first volume of Peter David's Captain Marvel, and I'm loving it so far. Have you read it?
I am not, which I really should. I'm behind on so much stuff. Stimulant pack 2. Get rid of this. Yeah, I think this is where we have all the items that I've been meaning to get rid of. There's a bunch of extra stuff here that's not listed on the big thing. I'm just need to get rid of. Phase 2. 544, unpopular opinion. The crossover won't work because the original Star Wars movie is more of a Western and fantasy style when Star Trek is true science fiction. Which is funny considering Star Trek is Wagon Train to the Stars.
Yep.
I think it can work because Star Trek has holodeck stuff, and they've done episodes where they do like older time periods. But even in the original series of Star Trek, they had a civilization that was basically in colonial times or the Old West or like in the past. They can do any story they set out to do in Star Trek. So I think it could work. It just, they would have to rationalize it.
It's time for me to actually swap out these things so I can actually make them better, because I think that's been one of the problems we've had this entire game.
Maybe. Yeah, let's give us some good stuff.
I don't know. I don't want to give I don't want to give Donald any good weapons.
SKH Video Productions.
Omni-gel that.
Linkara and Being Behind. Name a more iconic duo.
Creative
Ouch.
Chef 25. Want to good seasoning for steak? Combine garlic, salt, pepper, black pepper, some fresh thyme, and coriander mixed together and let it marinate for a day at least in seared and cast iron pan. That's good. It just, I don't know if I'd have a day. Like, a lot of my rub, like, I was able to cook within 10 minutes.
Sir Straw Hat, have you played any of the Mega Man games outside of the classic series? My favorite is the Battle Network series.
I've only played Mega Man 11. It's the only Mega Man game I've ever played.
I've only played 2 and 3. They're hard for me. I am not a very good retro gamer. And one of my patrons has made me play Ys, which is a retro game. And Ys 1 is, oh God, it's hard. They're too hard.
Another medical interface 5. That would be better for him.
7 Seraphim 7. There is an MLP Fallout crossover that is one of the best stories I've ever read. Anything can work as a crossover at the writer is good enough.
Mercenary 1. Amigel that. Yeah, I think I should have been upgrading people's weapons this entire time, and I've just been an idiot.
Hey, Chad, I've got a question for you. How much longer is this mission? Because it looks like we're starting to run short on time here.
Yeah, I think we're going to finish the mission and then call it quits. High caliber barrel 3. Let's see if we can get a better high caliber barrel. No, actually, we have the best one there. Mod. Shredder rounds 5.
Yeah, when it comes to games for me, anything from the SNES and previous era is sometimes too hard. And even PS1, while I love PS1, some of those games can kick my ass. And like, if you ever played the original Rayman or Crash Bandicoot, dear God, those are hard games. Jacob Lerma, I think one reason why some Star Wars fans dislike Luke in The Last Jedi is because some fans grow up reading EU Luke, so they're expecting EU Luke in the movie, but get something different than that.
Yeah, actually, I like that theory.
That makes sense. It's just, I grew up with the films. I only had the films. I couldn't afford the books.
And I played like video games where we had EU Luke, where he was like leading stuff. I'm okay with it because it's just a different direction that the character had gone in. And I get people's arguments about why they don't like it. They don't like the idea of him ever giving up. They don't like the idea of him not having a happy ending, that kind of thing. It's a legitimate thought process. They can hate the film for that. It's just, I just don't agree. Because I like what they did, and I like how things turned out with it.
Meanwhile, when I was a kid, I was reading Sabrina the Teenage Witch novels, so I didn't care about EU.
Okay, shotgun. Shotgun, I got a shotgun. Ooh. Katana 6 is a lot better. You get this.
Henrik Henriksen, when I think about it, Voyager kind of was in that kind of situation that could have allowed for a Star Trek and Star Wars crossover. Like, imagine the crew having to buy supplies from the Hutts.
So Jabba, allow me to introduce you to Ensign Kim. I know he's not worth more than some. I know he's not worth more than some antimatter.
Damn it, Kim, I'm going to sell you to the Hutt because you're worth more to them than you are to me. And I'm gonna take Chakotay, and I'm gonna bet him on him in the pod racing. He's not worth much either, but he could use some spiritual thing to get through it.
On your mark, get set, go, Akuchi Moya.
Jedi Protector, not the books. Jedi Outcast Luke is a great teacher.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time getting that out of my mind now.
Combat's
evil Janeway voice. Look, I know Harry doesn't look much, but he'll look great in a slave outfit. I've done it before, and it's very, very appealing if you're into that sort of thing.
Oh, me, oh, my, oh, me.
Oh, yeah, now imagine Neelix dealing with the Hutts.
He'd be dead in seconds.
Yeah, he would go to the Sarlacc pit.
Imagine Mecha Neelix dealing with the Hutts.
Blue wire tool. Logic arrest tool. That's actually better.
Because this week, Chakotay has always been interested in rolls dice, Jedi tradition.
Speaks too soon. What was the right way to handle Tuvix? I don't know.
There's honestly no correct way. It comes down to one's personal ethics in regards to this, because one could argue it's about saving 2 lives versus 1. If they want, I mean, I applaud them for not taking the easy way out. The problem is the presentation makes the crew look like assholes because none of them speak up in his defense.
Shoulder Spider, you should eat Jabba. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, he seems very high in fat and cholesterol.
Medical interface 5.
And he's immune to blaster fire.
Quark versus Watto. Not haggling or anything. They just fight to the death while we watch.
Okay, I'm done now. We can finally move on.
Well, you see, Bulbo always wins.
Alright, deactivate the turret controls. So that should make things a little easier.
The Sebulba always wins as a line is a running joke among everyone in my apartment because of the Podracer game. And it's like, I'm gonna bet on Sebulba. Sebulba always wins.
Sebulba always wins!
Don't get me wrong, I have great faith in the boy. He's a credit to your race. But Sebulba there is gonna win, I think.
He always wins.
He always wins.
Mike Manhattan Jack 2 is actually my favorite of the trilogy. I get that it's hard, but I actually managed to get through it. Mostly because I had a guide and I knew what to do. Granted, the checkpoint system in Jack 2 sucked, but I love it.
That's it.
But you know what they say, see, Bulbo always wins, so we're going to win. It's a race. What do I get if I win? SKHS video production. Look, you give us the dilithium or we shoot Harry at you. Ma'am, get in the torpedo, Harry.
Get in the torpedo, Harry.
Get in the torpedo, Harry. Get in the pod, Shinji.
Charges set. Everyone bunker down. Bunker down.
I can't bunker down. I'm at a door.
Andrew Mason. Yeah, go ahead and get it.
I dislike the twist more for how Luke never really achieved what he had fought so hard for and made him ready to kill Ben at the hint of darkness when he went to hell and back for Vader.
I need to keep emphasizing this. It was a moment of instinct. A moment. Tiny, little, insignificant thing where he immediately realized, oh, this is a terrible mistake. What was I even thinking? He's allowed to make mistakes, and he didn't even try to kill him. He just ignited the lightsaber on pure instinct.
Nobody's perfect. People have moment of weakness. And you remember the original trilogy where he had a moment where he was ready to kill Darth Vader?
Anyway, we got a cutscene here. Not like he was going to slice down his nephew. It was just a, oh, I sense extreme darkness. Like, oh, wait, I stopped myself. But that was enough of a moment for Kylo to think he was going to do so.
For example, like, you know, in the times where, you know, you think about, oh, I think I'm gonna kill this person. Wait, no, I shouldn't do it.
Can you read me?
People are fallible.
Almost ready. Get to the rendezvous point, Williams.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Alright, so is this the moment right here, or do I, like... Or, like, am I gonna get a call in a second here from Caden?
Jacob Lerma, Zen, if you need help beating old games, you can always cheat. No, I refuse. Damn it, Kim, we don't cheat around here.
Negative. It's too hot. Can't risk it. We'll hold them off as long as we...
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the bomb. Go get them and meet me back here.
Yeah, the big choice is later. Alright.
Up to the AA tower. Move.
Why would we change out? We're doing just fine with this. Besides, I spent a bunch of time rearming everybody.
Alrighty.
Okay, where are we going? The AA tower.
Oh, Kamen Rider Zeo is with Time Force? Nice. Well,
God, I have a lot of Sentai to watch too.
To the AA tower. Okay. And you know you can shoot ghosts.
Come on up, TB. It's okay. I love you, TB.
Game show reviewer, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm still here.
Meanwhile, I'm just paying attention to cats. Andrew Mason, I realize that, but it just seems like such a flimsy way to do the whole previous protagonist become bitter recluse so they don't outshine the new hotness cliche. But it's not a cliche in Star Wars. Also, say hello, TV.
Ah, God bless it.
Tones the Geek, if some species were capable of resisting Jedi mind powers, would that imply they're force sensitive themselves?
No, it's that they're strong-minded, which was what Obi-Wan said. It works on the weak-minded. Gorns EX, be careful. If you save Caden, he won't nuke the lab.
Okay, if you need Sentai recommendations, I can help you out. I'm just starting for the beginning with Sentai.
Wait a second. We can't nuke the lab and save Caden?
Fuck.
But we want to nuke the lab!
Shoulder Spider, you should eat Elin Sleaze Bagano. No,
No.
He had a happy life.
You gotta save Elin Sleaze Bagano. He's like the most important Star Wars character.
Buy some death sticks.
Don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to say death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
Want to go home and rethink my life.
Sir Straw Hat, what were they going for with Watto's accent? Jewish, Italian, Eastern European? It's more a Middle East accent. I'm pretty sure they're trying to get, like, Middle Eastern.
It comes, now that I'm thinking about it, it does kind of come across a little Italian.
That's the thing. That's why I didn't really comment on his accent. It never really came across as anything like that to me. But maybe I'm just not familiar enough with the accent.
Sarah was saying something to me about it sounding more like a Middle Eastern, like, salesman, like a Persian, and that makes sense to me.
I suppose that kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, the quote-unquote Middle Eastern accent has always had a hint of French sounding to me, and Watto was a little closer to Italian.
It didn't seem Italian to me, but then again, I am Italian, so I mean, I'm used to my accents being, yeah, it's me, Mario. I cook my pasta.
Sorry, I was thinking of Italian Elon Musk. I put the calzone into space.
I make you a spaceship.
Italian Elon Musk was a Twitter account with only like one tweet, but it got verified.
Can you imagine Italian Janeway? But you see, Chicote, I don't understand your people. I'm just going to do this thing with Shoulder Spider over here.
Jacob Pelzer, careful, you may not be able to save the Solarians if you rescue Caden. Also, nuke always goes off. Okay.
There's gas pouring out all over the bomb site.
What is it, Kitty?
Okay, is this a choice where I have to come back for them?
Can you hold them off?
Sorry,
there's too many. I don't think we can survive until you get here.
Can I help you, Kitty?
I'm activating the bomb.
You're on my chair. You're falling on top of my back.
I'm just making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what. It's done, Commander. Go get Williams and get the hell out of here.
Screw that. We can handle ourselves.
It's set.
Go back and get Alenko.
All right, here's the choice: rescue Aiden, rescue Ashley. We're gonna go rescue Caden because we don't want to save space races. And hey, she says she can handle herself. So you know what?
Alenko.
Okay.
Radio Joker
Bye,
and tell him to meet
Spaces.
us at the bomb site.
Yes, Commander.
You know it's the right choice, LT.
I'm sorry, Ash. I had to make a choice.
I'm sorry.
I
The
understand.
game forced me to make a choice.
I don't regret a thing.
We came all the way up here.
Longest mission.
Yeah, this was a very long mission, even for us doing only an hour and a half at a time.
Mm-hmm. Andrew Mason, one thing I also think the other movies did better was how every protagonist need to actively train to get better both on screen and time skips, instead of doing master stuff and learning the Force exists.
The point is, the Force was flowing through them at that time.
Indeed, and besides, she already had training. She actually had more training than Luke did when he started.
And the fighting is raw. It's not trained.
Oh
Like
god!
Luke.
Oh god! Oh god! Health pack! Health pack! Health pack!
Luke
Health pack!
right in the middle
God
of
damn it,
training.
Omnigel!
That's what he said.
Get to the spaceship.
Get to the chopper.
Come on, health pack! There we go.
I still need to see Predator.
Did you get Shadow Lances?
No, I'm not.
I hated the Luke moment because it all but guaranteed Kylo's redemption, because it made him look like him going to Snoke was based on a mistake and misunderstanding.
Which is why well, that's the thing. That's why they also pointed out, one, that he had already been turned by Snoke. This was just the excuse that he needed to finally just openly do it. And also why the end of the movie was indicated, no, he's just messed up. And because even after they killed Snoke, he still wanted to rule the galaxy in dark side stuff. And why I wanted him to be the villain of the final movie, as opposed to, let's bring back the Emperor again.
Tones the Geek, take off a nuke lab from orbit. It's the only
Working
way
on
to
it.
be sure.
7 Seraphim 7, and no, saving the Solarians has nothing to do with who you save, just what you do while breaking into the base.
Commander, set that nuke and get out. We can't hold them. Damn it.
See, this is why I use the shotgun as a distance weapon.
Cover your...
Kana, you want all my attention. I have a stream.
If I was using the shotgun, this would not be a problem.
Oh, finally.
Sorry, Daniel Brand. Go ahead and repost it, and I'll just read it off.
I applaud you, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. An impressive diversion.
Because I'm awesome.
Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
Why are you doing this?
You've seen the vision from the beacon, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. Trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? A submission not preferable to extinction?
No! No, it's not!
Die than live under the rule of those machines.
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives can be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign, though I was aware of the dangers. I had hoped this facility could protect me.
Let's see, 777. The whole event with Luke and Ben could make sense, but the movie didn't really frame it all that great. It's a personal opinion thing. Yes, the Constable's terrible, Saren, we know. And apparently Jacob Larma had a super chat.
Yeah, I'm looking for that one now. I just saw it. Daniel Brandt, I'm still waiting. I'll go find yours while I'm looking for it. Jacob Lerman says, you'd be surprised how many Sentai and Power Rangers have similar plot points.
Yep, because they kind of have to in some cases.
And Daniel Brandt, so do you let your cats roam free as you record because they start crying and / or break stuff if they're kept out of your recording space?
No, it's because I really have no other way of stopping them. There's not a door down here. When we get to our new place, whenever we get our new place, like one of the things I want is to have like a door, But even then, I probably won't stop the cats from appearing on screen because people love it when the cats show up.
Yeah, I close the door when I record audio because Scremlin is loud.
You're afraid Sovereign is influencing you. You're
Hey,
afraid
don't scratch
he's
that.
controlling your thoughts.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Why are the Geth following Sovereign?
They believe Sovereign to be some kind of god, the pinnacle of their own evolution. But the reaction of their deity is most telling. It is insulted. Sovereign does not desire the pitiful devotions the Geth hurl at it. They are just tools, and no amount of belief on their part will change that. But as tools, they are useful. They will survive the coming invasion. If organic life is to survive, we must also prove we are useful. We must work with the Reapers.
Tell me why
Andrew May said, not trying to be confrontational with this, but as a devil's advocate, I was actually talking about the mind trick when she had no training. Didn't you say earlier the Force did it was a bad reason?
Sovereign needs my help.
She had already been proven to be. I'm gonna answer this in a second after. The thing is, the movie established that the imbalance with the Force has gotten so bad that basically to counter how powerful Kylo is, she is just naturally that proficient in the Force. She just needed to learn how to use. She just and even then she failed her first time trying to use it. And while you can probably argue it requires more training than that, I think in this case it's okay because you know it was just it's easy to do that to a weak-minded stormtrooper after she focused and let the Force flow through her again. It's that same thing. She had to follow the advice of you know trusting the Force kind of a thing beforehand. It's not like she managed to you know come across an incredible coincidence because the Force willed it.
You coward! You're indoctrinated. You betrayed the council. Whoa.
I want to say you are indoctrinated. Because I feel like I might be able to get through to him, and that's the thing. You would know a tool, Saren. Good one, Edward Scales.
Sovereign's manipulating you, and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit, I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
Join me.
Together we can rule the galaxy.
As father and son. Wait.
Together we can stop Sovereign. We don't have to submit to the Reapers. We can beat them.
I no longer believe that, Shepard. Visions cannot be denied. The Reapers are too powerful. The only hope of survival is to join with them. Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
I need to be able, like this is the problem with these kind of things. It doesn't allow me to use my own reasoning power against them, because you just admitted yourself the Geth think they'll be saved by him too, and I couldn't and if I pointed that out to him, I feel like that would be a way to get him on our side. like point that out.
You were a Spectre. You were sworn to defend the galaxy. Then you broke that vow to save yourself.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It's inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive.
Yeah, you can read it.
1 second, after.
Us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
All right, go super chats.
Gornziax. It's over, Shepard. I have the high ground.
Andrew Mason says, keep up the persuasions. It actually works in a beautifully tragic way later on. And then 7 Seraphim 7, you can talk him down in a later fight. 7 Seraphim 7, I love this chat.
It's over, and
Ow.
I have the never mind.
Don't worry, guys, I got this.
Everything going according to plan.
You underestimate my firepower.
I will grow powerful enough to even save the dead from dying.
Cinematographic, yes, we're playing a spem ship. Because that's what the chat wanted.
I am a woman. Punch.
Rest in peace, Ash. You lived a warrior and died a hero. Well, she lived as a space racist.
How could we just leave her down there?
Williams knew the risks going in. She gave her life to save the rest of us.
No, don't step on the computer.
Why not her?
We don't step on a computer.
It wasn't your call, Alenka.
I love you, Chibi, but no
I had to
space
choose.
computer.
I chose you.
But if I'd done my job, you wouldn't have had to make that call.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault. The only one to blame here is Saren.
Yes, ma'am. We'll get it done.
What our HPS fan? Woo, alright, I didn't miss the Star Wars prequel month rap party.
But I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces together.
Shadowlance, I still think she should have beaten Kylo in the fourth struggle over Anakin's lightsaber. Kylo should have won that one. Alas, would have cool to see Kylo come back with that saber red fighting Rey's new. I feel like, yeah, I don't like the fact that they reconstructed the lightsaber. I'm okay with it, like, with the time scale. She did it off screen. I more prefer, but to me, the more irritating thing is we're once again, they're removing the sequel characters from their own trilogy and making it all about OT trilogy by still using his lightsaber. But again, this is something I'll get into when eventually I do the Rise of Skywalker review. Jim Radloff, GSR requested a collective "Aww" at her death, so here's mine. Aw, yeah,
Aww.
she's dead! Henrik Henriksen, and from what I remember, some species in Star Wars have apparently natural resistance or developed unique abilities to survive based around the Force. I find that to be interesting, how some species have been changed by the Force.
You want to join our minds again, don't you?
Alright.
Okay.
The Asari mind meld.
My mind to your mind.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity.
Ready to get high? Are you ready to get high? I want to get high.
Actually, I guess the other one that could work here is contact. Contact.
Yep.
This is like the beginning of Infamous. Just a bunch of stuff just happens.
This is like, what's that movie called? Event Horizon. Think on sexy thoughts. Think on sexy thoughts.
Did we just make a Star Child?
Incredible. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
Bridget Lee, and now the 9 Inch Nails video portion of our Let's Play.
What about the conduit?
There were other images, locations, places I recognized from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos!
Her pants were dark.
Sarah needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get to Ilos.
We need to get to Ilos.
Forget it. The Mu relay's inside the Terminus systems. Alliance ships are not welcome there. Neither are Spectres.
Andrew Mason will look out for your super chat. 777. To be fair to Ashley, if she is a survivor, then over the game she does learn to grow out of her anti-alien beliefs and become a pretty good person. Caden will just get a personality now. Andrew Mason, not to mention rendering near the whole prequel era almost pointless by the Emperor never dying, especially Anakin's entire arc. Don't even get me started on that Force Spirit Bomb. Yeah, Rise of Skywalker is going to be fun when I get to that one. Anyway.
We'll be careful. You'll be dead.
Conduit's on Ilos. That's where Saren's heading. I'll be waiting for him when he gets there.
Saren will have his entire fleet orbiting Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You must alert the Council. We need a fleet to...
Oh, that the Council will listen to us.
The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a comm buoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
Why bother?
No, I'm a Paragon. I should warn them even if they don't listen to it. And Jacob Lerma says we still have not read his super chat.
And hang up on them this time.
Game show review, you're looking for Jacob Lerma?
Yep.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
One could argue the Force grows stronger in each generation, like Luke had less training than Anakin and Rey had less training than Luke.
Yep.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
Yep, that's a good point, Jacob. Also, again, Jacob, in situations like this, just repost your super chat. Just say, like, you have not read my super chat, here it is again. Tones the Geek, Shoulder Spider, you should eat the Council.
I don't know about that. They're pretty bad.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign, a Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, Ascension machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming.
Of course it's accurate.
Sovereign's a Reaper. Saren admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel. He probably saw your earlier reports. The ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's
Can we hang up on them now?
Saren is using false information to throw you off balance. Our own
Our
intelligence has never turned up
any corroborating information.
Disconnect, disconnect, disconnect. Disconnect.
Chat!
Should we disconnect, Kitty?
My cat says yes.
Don't be stupid first. You can disconnect after. Disconnect. Proof. Okay. No. You need proof. Disconnect. Henrik Anderson, speaking of bomb, want to know another Sith super weapon? The Thought Bomb. Basically a force bomb made up of willpower. Hang up. Let the cat decide. Disconnect. More Paragon points. Proof, I guess. Proof. Proof. You can disconnect if you don't pick Don't Be Stupid first.
Let's go Don't Be Stupid and then disconnect.
Yeah.
We need the receipts. No, we need... Ah! God bless it. Magic Steve 83, Ruin Queen of Oblivion. Xanath, do you ship Philip and Shotaro yet?
No, I don't ship characters.
Magic Steve 83, I've never played Mass Effect, but somebody just knows Zoidberg is to blame for all this. Order Sublime, proof. Dare to be stupid. Proof. Majority of people are saying proof.
No.
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to take something I say on faith, Counselor.
Try to see this from our perspective, Commander. Saren is a threat we can recognize. However, as far as we know, the Reapers only exist in your visions.
Our decisions affect trillions of lives. We cannot act on the accusations of a single person, even a Spectre. Not without solid evidence.
The Council cannot take any official action here. That is why we created the Spectres. You have the authority to act as you see fit.
If you truly believe Sovereign is the real threat, you must take whatever steps are necessary to stop it. And Saren.
Good luck, Commander. From all of us.
What are HPS fans? Well, be honest, don't they boink like animals in this game? Edward
With my
Scales,
last-
worst thing in episode 9 is the treatment of C-3PO. Should have died saying goodbye to R2-D2, seeing his birth in episode 1 and his death in episode 9.
With my last breath, I curse Zoidberg.
I don't need your luck, Council. Well, on the plus side, they do give me the authorization to go there.
There's a plus at least. But Jones, 2099, if Nick Fury listened to a council, they would have nuked New York.
That's true. No one else is in the squad right now. Save. This is what you get for making me Paragon, people. 7 0 from 7. The sequel trilogy did a very bad job of probably balancing the old new character stories. At one point, feeling like it's trying to push aside, undo all the old to make room for the new, then reversing it all. Anyway, it is time. We've already gone longer than I intended to.
Yeah, we went the full 2 hours.
Yeah, we went the full 2 hours, so
I'm
we're calling it a
surprised.
night here. Thank you all for joining us again. As a reminder, donate to bailout funds like the Minnesota Freedom Fund and to George Floyd's family. And yeah, we're going to call it a night here. Next time, we'll see what we can do about stopping the Reapers. And thank you all for coming out here, and thanks for your continued support. Next episode, DC Challenge number 1. We will see about when it comes out. I'm hoping for Tuesday. No promises whatsoever. I want to get back on schedule, but Rogue One, I'm doing personal life stuff here, which affects timing and getting stuff out in a reasonable amount of time. So we will see you guys soon enough.
Bye, everybody, and just remember, Janeway sold Kim to the Hutts.
For antimatter.
For
Good night,
antimatter.
everybody. Stay safe.
Good night, everybody. Stay safe.